We were traditional chiropractic models at first. I did a lot of soft tissue, a lot of rehab, so very functional movement based in my practice, but you're limited with capacity with that. I was seeing 150 to 200 a week, and I was working a lot, and then started Blueprint. Our collections have now basically tripled where they were. I've been with Blueprint for probably about 10 months at this point. And whenever we very first started, we set a goal that one of the coaches had mentioned that we were going to hit $1 million in a year. And I was like, sure, that sounds good. There's no way it'll happen, but let's do that. And now we are middle of October and we're almost there. So we should blow past that goal for the year. Before Blueprint, that is a daunting process. Functional medicine is very time intensive. There's a lot of one-on-one coaching that goes into that, to design supplement programs for the person, to coach them through diet change and protocols, and to educate them on an ongoing basis is really, really tough. Calling patients all day long, in between patients, trying to follow up, sending emails. And the main reason I started with them was for their GI program. They call it your Trust Your Gut program. It's to heal leaky gut syndrome and autoimmune cases, and it's all automated. So that's going to work for, in our experience, over 90% of people. I just plug them into their TYG program, get them started with the online education. All the supplements are designed to match. They've got workbooks, handbooks, and it's easy, and it's done. And I just answer questions. It came to the point where I was so split between adjusting patients, taking care of new patients, and trying to manage all this nutritional stuff that I was pulled in too many directions, and everything as a whole kind of suffered because of that, because I was very limited on capacity adjusting-wise because I was trying to do this nutritional stuff, and you can't do it all. So if you can start someone on a nutritional program that now is managed for you through the automation, it just makes life so much easier. Like compared to strategies that we did before Blueprint, like our own functional med world, we did a lot of the same goals, the same type of outcomes that we were trying to accomplish, but it was very like chopped up because I would have supplements from 10 different companies because every different company does something better than another, and I didn't have any handouts, any workbooks that were streamlined. There was no consistent education piece. So probably the main difference with Blueprint than what we were doing was the compliance piece, because I would get people started and I'd be like, here's all your stuff. They'd be excited for a week, and then nutritional change, diet change is hard, and people get burned out. Software that Blueprint uses, and it's just incredible the way I can communicate with patients every single day. And the cool thing now is I have staff do that every single day. Patients are followed up with, instead of me touching base with them once a week or something in the clinic. My employees absolutely love what they do. Part of our pay structure is on a profit bonus for the clinic, so we take a percentage and give it to our employees, so now they feel like owners. So Blueprint has drastically increased our profits, which means their bonuses have drastically increased, so they can get really excited about that. You know, there's a piece that they are driving to that's like, oh, this is cool, this is exciting, because we're going to help more people, we're going to make more money, and indirectly I'm going to make more money as the employee. So it's been good. Blueprint is taking it to where like the education piece is just as important for staff as it is for patients. So it's hard for me to really get across what peripheral neuropathy is to all of my staff and like sit down and do that. But here, watch this video, and then that's what we're going to be telling our patients, and it's really easy. The piece that impacted me the most is how we do doctor's reports. So before, I would do a group report, I would do a presentation, 20 to 30 minutes, and we'd have 5 or so new patients, prospective patients in there. And it was this 2 to 3 hour long process at night, and it was so draining. And then I hated doing individuals, even worse, because the time is about the same, but then I've only got one person there. So I'm still wasting an hour and a half to 2 hours of my life to do that one person sign. To where now we do the videos for that piece. So that took a huge burden off of my time. So they watch the ROF video, I step in and I go over their x-rays and close them on getting started. So that freed me up to where now during their doctor's report, I'm still adjusting patients, or I'm doing a new patient exam or something of that nature. So now I get to just treat patients. It took away the majority of the stuff that is draining as a doctor. So I have weekends again. I've got time to spend. I've got a 1-year-old. I got time to spend with my kiddo, go hang out with my wife and play with the kids, and it's just awesome. That didn't happen pre-Blueprint because I was always chained to the practice, and every single process revolved around me. So profits pre-Blueprint, big months we would hit about 40 grand on a good month for us. Now our first month doing Blueprint systems, I hit like 70 to 75, something like that, so almost double. And then every month since then, we've been at 98 or above, between 98 and 130. As of the 15th of October, we're at 906. So like we should hit 1 million before Thanksgiving, and then the rest is just to keep pushing. I dabbled with a lot of different management groups throughout school. I tried to feel out everybody. I'm super analytical minded, research based. I never clicked with anybody because everybody preached the same junk, in my opinion, of treat 1 million patients a week and you'll make it and all this stuff. And that model doesn't really work. So one, that's a totally different approach with Blueprint, but then being a part of it now and seeing all the other doctors in the room, like the community that's here, being around other doctors and just hearing what they're doing in their actual practices and seeing guys that are better than where you are, that's probably the most invaluable piece, is having people surround you that are better and that are at where you want to be and can push you to get there. And then, I mean, the coaching staff, like every Blueprint staff, just getting to know them is awesome, and they're just such good people. There's just no other way to say that than they're just really good people, and they feel like close friends.